Oh, things opposites. Okay, good morning, ladies. It is 9 a.m. Getting everything together here. Welcome to Coffee Talk with Pam on this Saturday. We'll give everybody a couple more minutes to get on here. If you're getting on and you're joining me live, go ahead and let me know you're out there. Give me a shout. Let me know where you're joining us from. I'm very excited. Today we are talking everything about tapping. Earlier this week we talked about affirmations and how important they are, and how saying them out loud and saying them in the mirror and looking yourself in the eye, you can create and help shift your mindset. So today we're going to take everything we talked about affirmations, and we're going to bring up tapping. Now again, if you're out there and you're joining me, do me a favor, give me a shout. Let me know where you're joining me from. I'm going to give everybody just another minute, and then we'll get started. Tapping is a wonderful tool that we are going to add to your toolbox. Now, if you've been joining me and checking out the group, you'll notice we talked meditation. We've got our 40-day challenge going on right now. Our Kirtan Kriya, where we're stimulating more creativity. We're doing some emotional house cleaning and really delving into our spiritual journey. We've talked yoga and movement and how important it is to get the body energized and ready to rock. A couple weeks ago, we did Master Your Metabolism, where we talked a little bit about nutrition and the different small steps you can do to really get yourself going. And then we also did a journaling class back in January. Now, again, these are all tools that are in your toolbox. So this week we're working on another tool that'll help you to create the most positive mindset you can have. It will help create the most, hey Katie, welcome aboard. I'm glad to have you here. So again, this week we're talking affirmations, we're talking tapping today, another tool for your toolbox. All these tools that you're putting in this box, you're going to keep with you to help you be the best version of you, the most happy and healthy and fulfilled version of you, to help diminish your stresses, to help get rid of some of that chaos, to help you stop feeling overwhelmed. So if you're joining me today, like I said, go ahead and give me a shout. Let me know where you're joining me from. I am super excited to do some tapping with you guys today. How many of you have heard of tapping or maybe tried it? Anybody? And don't be shy. You can throw things in these comments. Remember, this is a private community of like-minded women who are here to help each other and lift each other up and go on this journey together. Okay, I'm just your guide. So again, if you're out there, definitely let me know. Don't be afraid of it. And if you want to message me or reach out to me, please go ahead. So again, today we're rocking tapping. So I took a lot of notes, a lot of different things, because I don't want to miss anything. I'm always afraid I'm not going to give you guys the amount of information you really should have. So again, tapping is really working on the mindset. We're working on that idea of a success mindset. You know, getting you into that space where you feel your best. So helping you to realize that you are enough. You are capable. You are amazing. All of these good things. Okay, and Katie says, nope, that is okay, because you were here to learn, and it's going to be great. You're going to love it, I promise. Okay, let me turn this off so the screen stops turning off on me. Let's see, auto lock, never. That'll keep it from turning off. Okay, so again, we're covering success mindsets. We want to get you in that headspace. So we talked affirmations on Wednesday and how important it is to either kind of look up the things you're struggling with and turn that into your affirmation, or maybe look at where your goals are, where you want to see yourself a month down the road, 6 months down the road, a year down the road, and go ahead and really change where you're at by creating those affirmations. And we're going to use those inside tapping today. So I know deep inside of you, there is a part of you that already knows that you are beautiful, that you are successful, that you are enough, that you are amazing, that you are a great person. But some of us just don't recognize it all the time. We see our stresses and our chaos and those to-do lists and all these different things rolling around, and we just get overwhelmed. And it's important to have that toolbox to help serve your best self, to ingrain those good habits, okay? Because it's very similar. There's a great quote out there, and I'm not sure if it's 100% accurate, but it says that, Michelangelo said that the statues were already inside the granite. All he had to do was chip away to reveal what was inside. You were already amazing inside, okay? We're just going to chip away to help you bring it out. So what I want to do, again, is, like I said, we're going to chip away at all those doubts, those limiting beliefs, those fears, all of those things that are blocking you, that are holding you back from really seeing yourself in the best light possible, okay? So today I need you to get really comfortable with yourself. You're going to be touching your face. You're going to be talking to me, talking to the screen. Tomorrow you're going to be talking to the mirror. You are really going to get vocal. You're really going to get super comfortable with yourself. As silly as you may sound, maybe, you're in the mirror and your husband's looking at you like, what are you doing? Or your dog's looking at you kind of sideways. It's okay. So get ready, get comfortable. You are going to get in tune with your whole self. Okay, so today we're going to use a process called tapping. So I know some of you have heard of it, some of you haven't, and that's okay. So tapping has also been known, it's been called emotional freedom technique, EFT. So you may have heard it by that name instead of the, layman's terms, tapping. So the tapping process is actually based on acupuncture. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard of acupuncture. For thousands of years in Chinese medicine, they used acupuncture. What happens is there is a belief that there is an energy flow in the body, okay? That energy flows along pathways called meridians, okay? And when that energy is flowing naturally, it's flowing freely, that is when our natural state of health and well-being and just that feel-good feeling is just really there, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Everything seems like it's firing on all cylinders, okay? It's when that those energies get blocked or they can't get down that pathway. There's something in the way. That's when you don't feel so good. That's when the stress kind of feels like it's there. That's when you might feel overwhelmed. Maybe you feel a little anxious. We need to unblock those pathways. That's the goal. That's what tapping is going to help us accomplish. So what happens, and I know I've talked about it before, is stress has a huge impact on the body. So when we experience stress, we stop thinking clearly, our productivity goes down, you might see yourself getting ill physically. You just stop making good choices, okay? So the age-old question, how many of you have ever felt stressed? And I'm going to tell you, both hands up, right here. It has happened to me a couple of times. So how many of you have ever felt stressed? And how many of you ladies like my amazing mug right here? Come on, good morning. Okay. So what we're going to do with tapping, and what we want to do is, instead of acupuncture where you're sticking needles in certain pressure points, we are going to use our hands, our fingers, to stimulate those different points and help create that flow of energy, help remove those blockages in your pathways, okay? Because when you feel better, when you're firing on all cylinders, you are going to feel better about yourself. You're going to feel better about the world around you. You're going to see the good. You're going to be that lighthouse, and you're going to get there, okay? Does anybody have any questions or thoughts so far? Anyone? Okay, cool. So we're going to keep going here. So when you're stressed, your cortisol levels go up, okay? How many of you have heard of cortisol? Okay, if you've been stressed and love the mug, yes, right? Oh my gosh. So that is my morning coffee, and I love my coffee. So cortisol, if you're joining me, I see a couple of you getting on here. If you're just catching me now, we're talking about tapping. We're talking about stress in the body. If you're catching the replay, definitely give me a hashtag replay. Let me know you're out there. I kind of keep going and forget to to pause here and there. So we're talking cortisol, the stress hormone, okay? So tapping has actually been proven to dramatically lower cortisol in the body, okay? Because what happens is your body gets into that fight or flight mode, okay? This is something that we have ingrained in our bodies. It is probably never going to leave. And it was really useful back in the days, you know, thousands of years ago, where people were living off the land and you might be in a field hunting something and this buffalo charges you. Yeah, you need fight or flight to kick in. You got to make a decision. In today's terms, fight or flight is not the same as it was back then. It's not near as necessary as it was. What happens is when you get in that fight or flight, that stress responds, and then the cortisol is one of the hormones that go through the body. Okay, those levels of cortisol elevate. And again, it's really necessary if you're in a life-threatening situation. Okay, if it's something you need to do or die, fight or flight, you got to make a decision. And that's okay. That's what it's there for. However, it's not so useful when it kicks in for things that are just really not life-threatening. Like for me, when I was really struggling with anxiety, the simplest thing could cause that feeling to come out. And you know, it could be as simple as somebody telling you to, you know, pick between 5 cereals on a shelf, and you're like, I want to pick the wrong one, and this person's not going to like it. And what if this person doesn't want? And fight or flight, there it goes. And it's like, oh my goodness, bring it back. So what we're going to do is we're going to use tapping to start bringing those levels down, bringing that stress down, okay? Because when that fight or flight, when that cortisol, when those levels go up, it's not helpful. It's not good for the body. It's not necessary. Again, we're not having charging buffalo Alice anymore. We're beyond that. So tapping has actually been shown in science, in a lab. People have tested and checked this out, that it dramatically lowers that cortisol, that stress hormone. So what happens is, again, when we're facing new challenges, when those stresses come up, when that chaos comes up around you, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're looking at maybe making a big change in your life, like being more successful, or maybe you struggle talking in front of people, when all of that kicks up. Yes. Okay, so Katie, you were on board with me. You were in my head. Okay, here we go. So you're on this ride. You ready? So what we're going to use tapping to clear all of that stress out. We're going to use it to help clear those doubts, those limiting beliefs, those fears. We're going to learn how to clear those out and make room for those positive thoughts, those positive affirmations, those changes you want to experience, those new challenges you're facing. We want to make room for the most success possible by getting rid of what does not serve us. That is the goal, okay? So what's going to happen is the very basics of tapping, very similar to when we talked about how to create affirmations. The basics of tapping is that you're going to take that, either take a belief, again, like if you're using your positive affirmations. So maybe we talked about, you know, I am enough, I am grateful, I am successful, I am loved, whatever your choice is. Or you could take whatever is bothering you. So whatever anxious thoughts you've got, maybe you're angry at someone, you know, whatever you've got, and that's okay. We all have something. And what you're going to do is we're going to use those in our tapping. So for example, the first example I want to give you today is we're going to talk about if you're feeling stressed. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 today. We're going to go bonus round. So we're going to do one that's I'm feeling stressed, to give you something you can use when you start to feel that anxiety rise, or you feel overwhelmed, or something's not right. And I'm going to give you one today for a positive affirmation. So we're going to start with the stressed one, because I think that seems to be the one that people keep asking questions about. So today we're going to go with, if you're feeling stressed right now. I hope you're not. I hope you're enjoying your coffee and hanging out. But the first thing you want to do is very similar to like when we sit down for meditation. You just want to sit down and check in with yourself, okay? Give yourself a mental body scan, check head to toe, see what's going on, see what's bothering you, what's not. Look at yourself, go into your mind, and ask yourself, on a scale of 0 to 10, how stressed am I right now? Okay, so that's the first place. Give yourself that mental scan and ask yourself, on a scale of 0 to 10, how stressed am I right now? Okay. So for sake of example, and I am not stressed at all right now, I'm very happy to be here. Let's say you're an 8, okay? Let's say you've got a lot of stuff going on. Let's say you're an 8. Here's what's going to happen. So first, what we're going to do is tapping works by taking 2 fingers, and again, we're going to tap certain points on the body. Now, you can just do one side, or if you like, you can do both. I generally just do one hand, and for the sake of demonstrating today, I'm going to do one hand. Okay. So first, we're going to do the first point I want to talk about is the karate chop point. So I think I'm opposite to you guys, so forgive me here. Right hand, 2 fingers, left hand, karate chop point. Okay. So the gentle tapping motion, you're going to tap right here on the side, okay? Right here on the side of your hand. Generally, you're going to tap about 5 to 10 times. And as we go through this process, some of the phrasing we may use may be a little longer, a little shorter. So you may tap a little more than 5 to 10. It might be 20. The experience isn't dependent on how many times you tap. It's just the fact of tapping those pressure points. So again, we're looking at that karate chop zone. That is your first point here. Okay. So what I want you to do is while you're tapping, so you're going to repeat after me. Okay. So you're talking out loud. Even though I feel this stress, go ahead and repeat that. Even though I feel this stress, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I feel this stress, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I feel this stress, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Okay. So the next point we're going to go to is right at the beginning of the eyebrow, kind of right about here. Okay. So you're going to tap right here, and I want you to repeat after me. Okay. All this stress. Good. We're going to follow out to the outside of the eye. You're going to tap here. And again, repeat after me. Stay with me, okay? All this stress. And we're going to come underneath, right about halfway, right on the eye socket there, right in the middle. All this stress. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come right on your upper lip, right under the nose. All this stress. And you're going to come right below the lip, right above the chin. All this stress. Now the next point is going to be your collarbone. So it's that space right where your collarbone meets, where that little U shape is down here. Again, for the sake of today, we're doing one hand. So we're just going to make a little fist. You're going to tap that area right at the base of your throat, right where that U is, where your collarbone meets. And again, repeat after me. All this stress. Good. Okay. Now, the next point is about 4 inches below your arm, kind of like right under that armpit. Ladies, it's like right at bra strap level. You can find that area, I think. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to tap here and repeat after me. All this stress. And then the last spot is right on the crown of your head. We're going to tap in a little circle right around the crown of your head. And once more, all this stress. Now go ahead and take a deep inhale through the nose. Let out a powerful exhale. And just go ahead and check in again. take a mental scan of your body. Take a look and go ahead and ask yourself once more, on a scale of 0 to 10, where is my stress level? How do I feel right now? So maybe you've come down from an 8. Maybe now you're at like a 7 or 7.5. Still a little stressed, and that's okay. Well, we're gonna go back through it again. Okay, so what would happen is you'd start all over. Okay, and you'd continue this cycle. So again, you start tapping once more. You're gonna hit here. Okay, even though I feel this stress, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I feel this stress, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I feel this stress, I choose to love, honor, and accept myself deeply and completely. All this stress, 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 all this stress. And take a moment. Take a deep inhale. Powerful exhale. Just notice how you feel right now. Taking that moment, scanning the body. Grade yourself on that scale of 0 to 10. How stressed am I right now? Maybe you're down to a 6. Sometimes it happens very gradually. It takes quite a few repetitions to come down. And sometimes it happens like that. You'll go right from that 8 to a 0, okay? So that is the basic cycle of tapping, of emotional freedom technique, of EFT, okay? That is the very basic. You can use it to take any issue that's bothering you, okay? So any kind of stress, any kind of emotions, anything that's going on with you, and you can take those feelings. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you're angry at, we'll call him Bob. Maybe you're angry at Bob, or maybe you're feeling insecure about something. You know, whatever it is, whatever is going on with you in that moment, go ahead and use that scale, check in with your body, give yourself a mental scan, and ask yourself, on a scale of 0 to 10, how stressed am I right now? Acknowledge it. Don't judge it. It's okay. It's there. Accept it. It's fine. Go through the cycle. The karate chop, okay, where you can throw in how you feel. So maybe it's, even though I feel this stress, even though I feel this anger, even though I feel insecure, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though, whatever it is, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though, whatever you got, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And then go back through, you know, even though I feel, you know, whatever it is, follow your cycle all the way through, okay? That is the basis. You can use it anytime, anywhere, and really bring down your stress, okay? Does anybody have any questions or thoughts on any of that? Okay, so that is part 1. That is how to use it in a stressful or emotional situation, okay? So any questions, any thoughts? Okay, if something comes up or you're watching this again, go ahead and definitely tag me in the comments. Put a little hashtag replay. You can message me. You can put it right on the wall. Like I said, we are a private community of like-minded women who we're here to uplift each other. Again, I'm just this guide on your journey. You know, we're here for each other. So today, that is the basics for tapping. And again, that's in an emotional and stressful situation. Now what I want to do, give you that little added bonus. And I want to talk about it with our positive affirmations. All those affirmations that we talked about on Wednesday, how to make them, how to use them, where they come from, and why they're so good for you. When you incorporate them into tapping, it's like double your money, okay? It's double your fun. It is double the amount of energy that you were putting that flow back into the body so that you feel good, you feel better, you feel amazing. And we start getting rid of what doesn't serve you. Those negative emotions start to change. They start to go. We're getting rid of all the blockages. We're clearing out the baggage. And we're putting in that positive flow of energy, okay? So positive phrases, tapping affirmations. So this is part 2, bonus round. So a lot of times we talk about affirmations and how they're always kind of there. Like you always know that you're an amazing person, but maybe they're buried kind of deep, okay? Those doubts, those fears, those negative thoughts about ourselves, those judgments, are kind of burying them a bit. What we want to do, again, is we want to just clear all that out. So what you're going to do, again, no judgment. Scan your body. I mean, you can close your eyes, really give yourself a mental once-over. And kind of look and see what's rolling around. So the same way we talked about creating affirmations. See what not so great qualities are bothering you, okay? They're making you feel like you're not good enough. We're going to clear those out. We're going to leave you with that feeling that, you know what? I am pretty damn good. I am pretty damn awesome, okay? That's what we want to get to. So same principle. Karate chop point, okay? This is your start. This is where we're going to create that energy flow. We're going to start right here. The one I chose for today is one of my favorites. And again, I say this all the time because it's one of those affirmations that really defined who I was. Again, with the anxiety, being a people pleaser, I never felt I was good enough. Always comparing myself to others, never giving myself the fair shot. Now, that was a few years ago. You ask me that now, and I'm like, oh, hells no, I'm amazing. Like, no. That's time repeating this, okay? It's that idea of I am enough. You can think what you want. You can say what you want. You can judge me all you want. I know I'm enough, okay? And that's where we got to get, I want to get all of you to. I want you to have that feeling all the time that, you know what? Despite the obstacles, the challenges, I do my best. I'm a good person. I am enough, okay? No matter what anybody thinks, I am enough. It's in my journal. I use it during meditation. I use it in my tapping every day to keep my mindset flowing, to keep my energy flowing, to keep myself firing on all cylinders, okay? To get rid of what doesn't serve me. I don't want any of that stuff going on. So here we go. I am enough. Same tapping point, karate chop, 2 fingers. Again, I'm using my right hand. You can do it on both sides, your choice. For sake of demonstration today, I'm going one-handed. So right here. Same principle. I am good enough. Repeat after me. Say it with conviction. I am good enough. I choose to love and accept myself. I choose to know that I am good enough. I choose to love and honor myself. Clearing any doubts about that, any doubts that I may have picked up over the years, based on old misunderstandings, because I choose to know that I am good enough. I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else involved in these thoughts. I am good enough. 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 And go ahead and take a moment. Close the eyes. Take a deep inhale. Let out a powerful exhale. And mentally scan that body once more. Noticing how you feel right now. And ask yourself, on a scale of 0 to 10, how much do you believe you are good enough? Maybe before the tapping, when you started, you were like a 1. And now maybe you are at a 3. Go through and do it again, okay? Start that cycle again. Start right here, okay? That first point. And repeat. I choose to know I'm good enough. I choose to love and accept myself. I choose to know that I am good enough. Clearing any doubts. Doubts I may have picked up over the years based on old misunderstandings. Because I choose to know I am good enough. I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else involved in these thoughts. I am good enough. Moving to the outside of the eye. I am good enough. Underneath. I choose to know that I am good enough. Clearing all these doubts. I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. I am good enough. I am good enough. Go ahead and relax. Take a deep inhale. Powerful exhale. And go ahead and scan the body, noticing how you feel now. Give yourself that mental once over. On a scale of 0 to 10, are you enough? How enough do you feel? Maybe you went from 0 to 8 like that. Maybe you went from 0 to 3. Maybe now you're like a 5. Go through it again. Do it as many times as you need to till you honestly feel good enough. I mean, there's some days I do it a couple of times, and there's some days I may have a rough day, and before bed, I'll do it 10 times. You need to do you. You need to take care of you. And again, get those blockages out, clear those doubts, get rid of those fears, open up those meridians, and let that energy flow freely. So you feel better, you are less stressed, you can make clear-headed decisions, you're more productive, more creative, that energy is flowing, and you are firing on all cylinders. So you've got tapping, you can adapt it to any situation, any stress, any emotion. You can use it for that. And now you've got it for your positive affirmations. And again, you can do this at any time. Maybe you add it to your morning routine. Maybe you add it to your evening routine. Maybe you're at work and you need to go hide in a closet because you need to just get it back. That's okay too. Use it for when you need it. Add it to your toolbox for the meditations we've talked about, the journaling we've talked about, the affirmations we've talked about, the nutrition, the hydration, all these things. This is your toolbox, okay? Now, does anyone have any questions on tapping, on the emotional freedom technique? Any thoughts on what we've talked about today? Again, you can leave them right here in the comments. Something comes up and you want to throw it on the wall. Remember, we are all in this community together. We're a bunch of like-minded women. We're going down the same journey. You can message me if you like, email me, whatever you like to do. Now, this is a very one-size-fits-all today. If it works and it helps you, that's fantastic. If you're looking for something more in-depth, you're looking for something more personalized, you want to really go through your goals or your struggles, get a better understanding, go ahead and book your free 30-minute Vibrant and Clarity call on affirmations, okay? Go ahead and book that call with me, and we'll really talk about, where you are, okay? So give these a try. Try them for a few days, see how you feel, and if you want to go more in depth, definitely go ahead and book your call here, okay? I'm going to leave the link in the comments for you. When you book, all times are in Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Connecticut. I'm on the East Coast of the United States. So go ahead and book that call. We can give you a little more personalized what's going on and maybe decide how we can go even further on this journey together, okay? So again, if anything comes up, you have any questions today, that is what I have for you on tapping. So remember, karate chop point, instill that belief, clear that emotion, choose your foundation, love, honor, and accept yourself, and then go back through, tapping on the eye, right by the eyebrow, the outside of the eye, right in the eye socket about halfway, right above the lip, below the nose, right under the lip, above the chin, right on the collarbone, right where that U shape, right at the base of the throat, right under the arm, about 4 inches, like I said, about bra strap level, and then right on the crown of the head in a gentle circle. Reflect, see how you feel, rate yourself on that scale, and go through the process. Again, if anything comes up, those emotions start coming up, questions, thoughts, let me know, okay? I am here for you, okay? So everyone, I'm going to let you go with that. Have an amazing Saturday. Don't work too hard. Make sure you play a little. You have to. And for those of you on our 40-day challenge, even if you start tomorrow, I will be here at 6 a.m. live to walk you through your meditation, okay? Have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow morning, okay? Bye-bye.